Hey friends, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. I'm gonna be testing out a new brand to my channel. I've never tried this brand before. I've seen this brand all over socials and I was so excited when they reached out to me and asked to put me on their PR list and send me their newest collection. I'm gonna be testing out Odenseye Cosmetics, so if you want to get all of the tea on this brand, if they're worth your money, if the shadows are pigmented, how they look on my skin tone, then definitely keep on watching. I am so excited. I have literally always wanted to try this brand. I just never placed an order and I honestly don't know why. But this is the year of testing out new indie brands and different brands. I'm very, very excited about this. This is a Swedish brand. This collection launches on May 20th. I'll have everything you need to know down below in the description. When I first opened up this package, I was literally taken aback by the design of these palettes because they are absolutely stunning. One of my favorite things about makeup is packaging. I feel like the packaging is the first thing my eyes gravitate to. I can really admire when a brand really takes the time out to theme their palettes. So these palettes are gonna retail for $35.90. Such a weird price, but that's the price of them. The first palette that we have is the Stone and Rock palette. This is an absolutely stunning green tone palette. I literally cannot wait to dive into this. These shades look so reflective in the pan. I cannot wait to get these on the eyes. I am gonna do two looks today, one with this palette and then one with the other. Like I said, I have never tried this formula before. And a lot of people rave about this brand and their formula, so I'm gonna be the judge today. I'm gonna see if this is worth the coin. Other palette we have is the Jewels and Gem palette. This one is more cool toned. We know I'm not really a cool toned kind of girl. When I look at this palette, I can see numerous looks. I wanna play with these like dusty blues today. Okay, so I'm feeling like this palette has a ton of different textures. I see mattes. I see more like satiny kind of mattes as well. I also see like really chunky metallics. I see more smooth metallics. Like, I am just excited. I always get excited when I get to try out a new brand that I'm not familiar with because I don't know what to expect and I don't know how this is gonna perform. Just like always, I primed my lids with the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer. Because this palette is so cool toned, I literally don't know what I want to do with this one. I'm gonna start off with this shade called Intoxication. I'm gonna start by putting this in the outer corner. I'm very curious to know if any of you have tried Odenseye before and what you think of the brand and what you think of the formula. This was one of the brands that was on my list this year to try out. This shade definitely does build up. I am building it up to get the intensity that I want. Was starting off pretty light because I wasn't sure how this was going to perform and how pigmented this was. I feel like this is more of a drier matte. It's not a bad thing because you get a little bit more control, but it's not hard to blend. I don't know if that makes sense, but already this look is starting off very, very smoky. Wasn't my intention. So with this shade, there was no kick up in the pan, which is really nice. Next, I'm gonna take this shade called Elation. I'm gonna use this shade right here. Wow, don't worry, I am gonna tap into the blues because I just wanted to see how this shade was gonna work. I feel like every time I say I'm going in with a different color, somehow I tap into like pinks. I'm just basically gonna use this to blend out that first shade that I put down. And I'm just gonna see where this look takes me because like I said, I literally have no idea what I'm gonna do. I'm taking the same brush and I'm gonna go into this shade called Transition because I do wanna tie in some blue into this look. So I'm gonna place this blue like right in the center. This is definitely a trust the process kind of look. So I'm literally just taking this all in the crease, going over that pink. I actually kind of like how those two shades are mixing together. It's creating a very interesting color. I'm going to take this shade called Paradise. Ooh, okay. So it's a little bit of a drier shimmer, but it's so pretty. Ooh, wow. That has some sparkle to it. Wow, that is a very pretty shade. I low-key kind of want to like put this all over the lid. But I feel like this one is more of like a topper kind of shimmer. This shade would be pretty if you had like a dark matte all over the lid and then you just plop this right on the crease. I am literally dying to use this shade right here. It is so pretty. It looks like a duochrome. Ooh, oh my goodness. That is stunning. What? That is beautiful. Wow. Ooh, and it's so soft too. I really like how soft this is. Wow, that is literally so gorgeous. I cannot get over that. Wow, that shade has literally stole the show. I'm gonna take this shade right here and I'm gonna place this right in the inner corner. Okay, there's a lot of fallout with that one, but it is so pretty. You know what? I'm actually gonna spray my brush with some Fix Plus. MAC Fix Plus literally always helps. It always helps. The lower lash line, I think I'm just gonna go into this dark shade right here that I first went into, and I'm just gonna put this all on the lower lash. I'm very impressed with these shimmers and how the shimmers performed because they are so eye-catching and so beautiful. I'm keeping the look very simple because I don't really know how this formula is, so I don't want to try to do anything too extravagant or too, you know, crazy. This is the finished look and I'm honestly so blown away by how it turned out. I feel like the shimmers are so eye-catching and the mattes are very pigmented and blendable. We're gonna go ahead and move on to the next eye look, which I'm very, very excited about. Now we're gonna tap into the Stone and Rock palette. This is very, very gorgeous. I'm gonna start off with this shade called Cheer. It's a really beautiful deep green shade. It looks stunning. I'm not gonna do anything too dramatic for this look. I think I'm gonna do a cut crease for this particular look here. So pretty. I don't usually play around with green shadows, but when I do, I am always so obsessed with how they turned out. I think I'm just gonna kind of like pack this all in the crease. Next, I'm going to take a mix of this shade and this shade. I'm going to use both of those to blend out that first green that I put down. Both of these shades together are so stunning. I don't really know which palette is going to be my favorite, but this one is really, really beautiful. And I'm just loving the tones and the depth in this one. Loving this look. I'm loving that you can see each green shade and those blended out so beautifully together. Now for the fun part, I'm going to cut the crease, but these shimmers in here are so gorgeous. I don't know which shimmers I want to use. I'll probably try to put like a couple on the lid, but these are just so beautiful. I'm going to start with this shade, Passion. I'm just going to place this one on the lid. I do have my P. Louise base on my lid, so it kind of has that to stick to. I really like applying these shimmers with my finger because I feel like you just get more payoff that way. And that's kind of how I like to apply all of my shimmers, to be honest. Your finger is your best tool. I'm going to take a little bit of High Spirits. This looks like it'll be a duochrome. Oh my god, that is a multi-chrome. I'm going to place this in the outer part. Wow. So they have multi-chromes in this palette. That is insane. And this palette is priced at $35 and there's a multi-chrome in here. That is insane. Multi-chromes on their own are like $20. They're so expensive. But this is gorgeous. Wow. This palette, just from that multi-chrome, very, very smooth. It's definitely a different texture than the first shimmer I put down. I think for inner corner, I want to take... This one kind of has like a bluish kind of shift to it, but I might take a little bit of that. I'm taking this shade called Frenzy. Let's see how this applies in the inner corner. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, I think this one might be my favorite. That is so beautiful. I cannot get over this. We're gonna do a little bit of blending in the outer corner. So I'm gonna use the shade Passage, which is this shade right here. I wanna use as many shades as possible. So I'm just gonna take that. It looks like a black, but I kind of see like a hint of green. This one is gorgeous. I really love this look. All right, so I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my makeup and then we'll be back on my final thoughts on both of these new palettes. Here is look number 2, all complete and finished. We are gonna dive into my final thoughts on both of these palettes. Now, I can truly say without a doubt, these are amazing. I love these palettes. I truly, truly, truly see what the hype is about. This is a brand I cannot believe that I have slept on this long. I'm shocked. Now I kind of want all of the palettes. It's giving how I felt when I tried my first Blend Bunny palette. I felt like after that, I just needed all of them. I really love these, and to be honest, the shimmers, the multichromes, all of that really make these palettes for me. Mattes in this palette are on the drier side, but they still blend like a dream. They're still easy to work with. I had no problems blending these mattes out. Do you see the blend? Do you see the blend on my eyes? Don't get me started with the shimmers. They are so beautiful. You can definitely buy both of these palettes if you want, but if you really just wanted to check out one palette, I think it would really come down to your preference in color story, because both of them performed beautifully. No complaints there. I think it more so comes down to what you'll like and what you wear most, or if you want to try something different, which one would be, you know, on your list. Jewels and Gem is way more cool toned. If you love cool tones, I would definitely go for this one. It is beautiful, and I cannot wait to dive back into this one. Now, the Stone and Rock palette, I honestly think might be my favorite. I love how my look came out today. Of course, I had to add a little bit of graphic liner because, you know, I usually do that a lot, but I love my graphic liner moment. I just love how this is like monochromatic, but it's not. I just love that it's a green palette, but you have so many different tones of green. You have like your rusty, dirty browns. Like, the look that you can create with this palette is just so cohesive. With this one, you may have to think about a little bit more like what you want to do, but with this one, I feel like it'll be super easy to just come up with a look if that's something that you look for in a palette. To be honest, you cannot go wrong with either of these because they both are beautiful. I cannot wait to try out more Odenseye cosmetics. Also, in this collection, they did release some jewelry pieces, which you can check out on their website. The jewelry pieces are really, really cute. There's some things in there that I definitely see myself wearing, but I really enjoyed playing with these palettes. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below. Are you picking up these palettes? Have you tried Odenseye before? And I'll definitely catch you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.